The message of the Harbinger is the warning that God gave to ancient Israel. When a nation has known God, been blessed by God, and turns from him, God warns, because that to much is given, much is required. Israel was founded by God, but Israel turned away from God, and he warned them and called to them. And America was also founded for the glory of God. It was founded to be a city on the hill, as Israel was. And America's been more blessed than any nation as it's followed God. But now we are witnessing a nation that once knew God rapidly turning from the ways of God. Rapidly, and it accelerates. And yet God is merciful and warns and calls back. And the message of the Harbinger is the same exact 9 harbingers or warnings of judgment that appeared in the last days of ancient Israel are now reappearing on American soil. Some have appeared in New York City, where I'm from. Some have appeared in Washington, D.C., where we are right now. Some have involved leaders, even the President of the United States, and it's coming true. It lies behind everything from 9/11 to the collapse of the economy, and we are progressing, and the harbingers have not stopped since the book came out. They're continuing, which is a sign that the nation is continuing on its course away from God, which is a path of destruction. God is warning. So here we are in the capital of America with a message to say, return, the time is late. A message for America, return. And the message for God's people is that this is a late hour. We have to be the watchmen. We have to be the lights of this age. And we cannot compromise anymore. We can't fool around anymore. This is the time. These are the days of Elijah, of Jeremiah, of the prophets of God. And they had the same situation that we have. It's time to be great. It's time to go all out for God, and God will honor it. The day is late, but God has called his people. So he says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their evil ways, I'll hear from heaven, I'll forgive their sin, and I will heal their land. The key is my people, and the key is if. You're watching this, you are part of my people. The time is now. You cannot force revival on someone else, but you can guarantee revival now in you. Start living in revival, and revival will come. I feel this is an important, significant event, that here we are in Washington, D.C., right next to the White House and the Capitol, to proclaim God as the only hope of this nation. There's a sense among God's people, and that's the reason for this event, that the time is late. And it's either judgment or revival. And the only thing that stands in the way of judgment is revival. And that's the hope. And that's what we're here for. And that's what God is called for. That his will is not that many should perish. His will is that none should perish. His will is revival. So that is the point, and that is the hour, and that is the message of God. We are, as watchmen, crying out and sounding the trumpet and saying, now is the time. It is late. The night is here. But it's time for the lights of God to shine. If the dark is getting darker, we're here to say that the lights have to shine brighter. And if the good, or if actually the bad is getting worse, we're here to say it's time for the good to become great. That's why we're here.